Agenda item 8, discussion and possible action regarding ordinance 2012-04 regarding merchant sidewalk A-frame signs. Second reading of this ordinance, and the council may choose to take action on this ordinance tonight. Mr.
Thank you,
Meeks.
Mayor, members of council. Mayor, I think most can agree that the success of carefree businesses is vital to the community to ensure the citizens continue to enjoy a high quality of life. Additionally, I think most will also agree that we pride ourselves on our small businesses which contribute to the character of our community. As we know, in an ever-changing competitive economic climate, we need to ensure government gets out of the way and does not unintentionally or negatively affect the success of these businesses. I believe in my heart that the proposal, the ordinance in front of you, does just that. Over the past 3 years, we have reviewed this on a temporary basis of the relaxation of our signage code to permit A-frame signs, also known as sidewalks. During that 3-year period, almost every surrounding community in the metropolitan area have allowed for these sidewalk signs, A-frame signs, on a permanent basis. What I've heard from our small business is this is a critical element that allows people to come into their doors. It makes them a little bit more relevant. They see the sign out there and they come in the door. It works for them. Who are we as government to tell them it's not going to work anymore? This is something that's critical to our small businesses. They've said it time and time again. They've been here at previous council meetings. And what we're trying to do with this ordinance is allow it on a permanent basis to give it structure and give them certainty that if they do sign a long-term lease and further commit to carefree, I think we all want to see businesses thrive in carefree, that they will make that commitment because they know, like other surrounding communities, that these critical elements for these small businesses will be allowed. It's a critical tool for them to bring people to the front door. With that being said, simply we get a little bit more restrictive with this. We say that these A-frame signs cannot be any further than 35 feet from the primary entrance of that respective business, must be removed. Obviously, it's by the front door at the end of the business day, and cannot be along the arterial streets. We have other tools in the tool chest now that allow for some monument signs and tenant names along those arterial streets. So there is opportunity for those businesses, and we did also provide an opportunity through our revised business tenant signs that have been they've been received very well in the community. That being said, Mayor, once again, this is a more permanent solution. The zoning ordinance is not a static document. It's something that's dynamic. And if there's an issue in the future that we need to address, we can address it. So please know that we can always address something in the ordinance if it presents itself in the future, and we think that we need to further clarify something within this provision. That being said, Mayor, I'd be glad to address any questions that council may have.
Questions or comments from the council?
I have a photograph, if you could put that up for us, Gary. You know, A-frame, or also known as sandwich signs, are always a tricky issue in any community. And it has to do with visual clutter and potential liability to the town if someone trips or falls, or if there's a right-of-way issue or visibility issue on your site. I'm just concerned about the slippery slope we may be going by putting merchant signs on our arterial streets or collector streets. We would drive business into the core and thus relieve the need for the visual clutter of A-frames. Some communities, A-frames are only allowed for restaurants, that type of retail use. I'm just concerned about really what are we trying to say carefree is. The way our community's laid out, Gary, and with the banners being available for the merchants as well as signage above their merchant entrance, I'm just concerned about really how we're trying to, what we're trying to accomplish. If this is really a placebo, do sandwich signs really drive what we're hoping it'll drive for the merchants? Is it really a all or nothing? And it's a delicate balance, and I'm just concerned about the visual clutter and the potential liability to the town.
Mr. Leo.
Mine is more of a curiosity question. Where's the photograph come from? Is that Westchester?
I don't know where it's coming from. You know,
Because
just a second, let me tell you. I'll
the
take it
density
back.
of that town, and any town like it, is so dramatic that the competition is so high. And the population base is probably 20 times or 30 times what our Carefree is.
It's Seattle.
Is it? Thank you. Yeah, because I saw the lights, but
Still the
I was curious about the density. My only position on it is I would be in favor of seeing the signs in, because I've never seen it abused here, ever, by anybody, anytime. And I guess I've been here now a decade plus. So that's it. Thank you.
I'm Greg Cooper. I've got a natural food store in Carefree. And when I first opened, it's not easy getting customers. I put a simple A-frame out on Tom Darlington. By 10 a.m., someone pulled in and said, "Oh, I'm glad I saw that A-frame. I would have gone to Whole Foods down at Mayo." And it's probably every other day I get a comment. I get new customers after 3 years. I get new customers commenting on that simple little A-frame. In the past, I've had up to 14 stores in the valley on heavily trafficked roads, and never once had an A-frame. Never thought to put an A-frame out. I didn't need it. Anytime I saw an A-frame, I thought, wow, that store must be in trouble, must be going out of business. There's reasons small businessmen put out A-frames. They don't do it to clutter up the environment or to take away from the enjoyment of anybody in the community. They do it because they want to be in business and they want to draw traffic to their stores. And I think you guys know that we're vital to the town. That's why I have that simple A-frame out there. God is my witness. I got to drive up every morning, get out, put the sign out, go back into my car, get to the store, open up. At night, it could be 9 o'clock at night. I'm dead tired, but I got to stop. I got to go get that sign to my little business.
Will having one that's now 35 feet from your front storefront still be of any use to you?
Probably not. It will be somewhat of use, but people coming into town will pull in because they saw that sign, and it happens all the time. I can't make that comment for all stores, but I am one of those stores that sits in the marketplace right there. People can't see me from the road.
See, I'm just thinking a nice banner sign hanging out in front of your place, at least they can sort of see that.
Yeah.
But that's your call.
No, I understand that, and I agree, it would be nice. Working capital is also a concern.
Yeah.
And if we put a monument up, there's only so many stores that can be a part of that monument, and we'll all have to invest in it. We'll do our best to negotiate a price to get in, but that'll be an added expense. And I've only got so many people in this town to draw to my store. You know, the demographics aren't there. I love it, and we wouldn't do it if we didn't want to. But it's a battle every day, so.
I'm sorry, where I
It's
apologize.
Cooper's Nutrition. It's a health food
Oh,
store
yeah,
in the Baptist
you're in the
Center.
Baptist Center.
Yeah, you know, word of mouth is the best.